Hi, this is day 4 of practicing speaking in front of a camera to improve my public speaking skills. And I don't know what I'm going to talk about today. Let's think. Oh, I have a story. I have a story about the color magenta. My entire life, I didn't know how to make purple. Purple is my favorite color. I love it so much. It's so pretty, so elegant. And back in the day, did you know that was considered like a color only the wealthy would wear because it was so hard to make? Yeah, purple. And I was trying to make purple because I'd used so much purple paint that I didn't know. I would run out and I didn't know how to make purple. Because in my entire life in school, they told me, oh yeah, if you want to make purple, all you gotta do is mix red and blue together. It makes purple. Every color wheel that I had in school, that was the mixture. And so I would try to make it, and every time it didn't turn out right. And I thought, oh, I probably just don't have the right shade of red. I probably don't have the right shade of blue. And I would have the purest reds and the purest blues, but it still wouldn't come out right. Until one day, not until like middle school, till 7th grade, and we were in art class, and they taught you about freaking magenta and cyan, and then it hit me. That's what I was missing this whole time, was magenta and cyan. I was about to crash out because my whole life, no one taught me that the color I was missing to make purple was freaking magenta. I was missing magenta. And I have a lot of very strong feelings now about the color magenta because my life has been a lie ever since then. You know, I think it's understandable that I hold a grudge against the school system for that one serious truth. Did they think 5-year-old self, Lana, couldn't handle the color magenta in all its magenta-y gloriousness? Because I think I could. I could handle the color magenta in its magenta-y gloriousness. I strongly believe I could. Also, all day, I've been studying. I've been trying to catch up on my schoolwork because I have so much to do recently. Because, again, beginning of the year, straight off the deep end, and I'm not prepared for that. So I've been studying a lot. And you want to see my notes? They are the most aesthetic things I've ever done. I love taking notes. The one thing that motivates me in school to take notes efficiently, and actually take them in care, is to take aesthetic notes. And so these are my notes for AP World History on civilization. Look at those. Aren't they majestic? Look how neat my handwriting is. We even have a little picture. And highlighted notes, all with a unique color scheme. Very neat, very nice. I am very proud of them, and that is how I take notes. And also that is how I feel about the color magenta. I feel like my life in the school system is a lie because they didn't think a 5-year-old could handle the color magenta. Also, why don't they teach you that? I feel like art education would be significantly better if we just knew how to make colors. I've wasted like probably a gallon of paint over the years. Just goes into the dump, dried, because I couldn't use it because I didn't know what color to make. Okay? And then I would have to spend twice as much money on paint to paint stuff like that. Like if you look on the shelf right there, you look at those cute little things, boxes, I painted those. I painted those with my bare hands because I didn't have money and I couldn't afford to make stuff. So I just DIY'd it. Also, that's Dave. Say hi, Dave. Dave is a Halloween skeleton I have in my basement, and he gives me emotional support when I'm doing my homework. Also reminds me of stuff. Dave is efficient. We also have Mikey, Chad in here. I'll show those at different times. But Mikey and Chad are also skeletons I have in my basement, and I gave them all names because it makes me happy, and I think it's very funny, you know? But that's how we're doing now. I think I've successfully filled out this whole time frame. I successfully have ranted non-anxiously. I just have to find something I'm passionate about, something I feel very strongly about, and I can yap about it. And I feel like I've done pretty well at not feeling anxious this whole time, but I feel like I haven't looked at the camera enough. That is a weakness. We need to look at the camera more, Lana. We need to look at the camera more if we're gonna fill out the 5 minutes. And did I stutter too much? Maybe. What's another thing I can work on while I'm doing these? If you have any advice for me in the comments and stuff and want to like thank me and want and want to give me advice and stuff, I thank you. Can you please do that? I would appreciate it. Thank you to anyone who watched these videos. It means a lot to me. It's very hard to practice speaking in front of a camera, but I want to do it so I can achieve the jobs I want to have. I can achieve my goal, and I can go into the clubs and stuff I want to do. But thank you to anyone who watched or did anything. I really appreciate it. Any advice, comments about things to talk about, things I could do better, I would appreciate. Have a great day. Bye.